everyone. Welcome to NiteLife Exchanges, where we look at nightlife and we have conversations about nightlife and we promote things in nightlife. But I can't do it without my co-host, Tony Javits. So, Tony, come on, Tony.
Hey, I'm
There
ready
he
to
is.
go. Yeah.
You are always right there for me, Tony, and right there for us. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Today we get a chance to speak with somebody that's really, she's a favorite of mine because I don't want to say many, but a while back, when I first started going into the cabaret spaces and I first understood what cabaret was, I would go to a little place down on Grove Street called the Duplex. That's the original Duplex on Grove Street. And, they would have, sometimes 3 or 4 cabaret shows in a night. Like 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock and midnight. And then there was even a 2 a.m. And, they used to hold this act for 2 a.m. because it was cutting edge. It was just amazing. And the crowds
After hours content.
Yeah, exactly right. And I don't want to give it away, but we're going to go now to a clip and you're going to see one of my favorite cabaret performers, and I just recently saw her again at Don't Tell Mama, so she's still out there doing it.
All right, down.
Ready?
Yes,
let's do it.
I am so ready.
Tried to write a sonnet, but the words wouldn't rhyme. Tried to write a novel, but it took way too much time. I tried to write a screenplay, but I had these other things to do, so I started writing haiku. 17 little syllables in 3 little lines. Start one at 9:08, I'm done by 9:09. I've got a feeling before this song is through, I'll have a few more haiku. Snow on the window, the clouds are blocking the sun. Better get a coat. Haiku number 1. Nothing to eat here. What in the hell should we do? How about Chinese? That's haiku number 2. My output's prodigious, my insight's profound. This being a writer scam's a picnic I found. Every day you've got to write some haiku, and I've got plenty of time left when I'm through. I'm late for work now. Has anyone seen my keys? Shit, not this again. Haiku number 3. Kilimanjaro, Botswana, or East Timor. I hope you're right there. That's haiku number 4. Late at night when everybody's snug in bed, and thoughts go racing round and round in your head. Don't go to sleep, you know just what you gotta do. You gotta get up and write some haiku. Even you can be a writer if you get up and write some haiku.
I have a big smile on because, wow, I just adore you. Hi, Sharon McKnight.
Hi, that's my job, putting smiles on people's faces.
And
That's
you
really,
did.
that's it.
And you did just recently.
Over and over again.
We're just in New York, and you did a show at Don't Tell Mama. But before the show at Don't Tell Mama, you were part of the Manhattan Association of Cabarets. They did the Mac to School, and they were lucky enough to have. You've been there before, though. You come every year, pretty much, right, Sharon?
Yeah, well, this was, I think, my first Mac to School, but I do a lot of that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
because
And,
Yale, and I actually taught at City College of San Francisco when I got my master's degree. So I,
and these
I'm
kids,
degreed.
yeah, and these kids need to learn I mean, if they just learned a little bit from you, they'd be getting a lot more than what they need. And I know that one of the students that was at Mac to School that works for me at Ellen Stardust Diner had nothing but the most incredible praise for what she got from the experience of being in a room listening to you. So you are definitely connecting with them.
I'm very direct when I direct.
Yes, I think you're direct about everything, and you were very direct, by the way, also at the Don't Tell Mama when you brought yourself to that stage, which is that's a venerable. I mean, you probably walked to that stage many times before, the stage at the duplex. You helped build what it is that everybody is enjoying now with regards to still having cabaret as a part of our nightlife.
Well,
And
I added it up. I've been doing it for 47 years.
yes, you have. I wasn't going to go there, but that's about how long ago it was when I
Celebrate
walked
that.
in.
Well,
And Sharon, you're in Southern California now. That's your
yeah,
home. You grew up in California, but you grew up in
San
northern
Francisco.
in San
I went to
Francisco.
college and got my degrees in San Francisco.
Mhm.
My hippie years there. But I'm from Modesto.
And,
Uh,
and somehow
Oh.
you connected with Rob Hoskins and Irv Rabel when they
Actually, it was
first came.
interesting because I played a place called the Bushes of Central Park West. It was an old club, and I walked into the club. Glenn Kelly and I flew in. We walked into the club, and where the microphone stand in the center stage, there was a roach about this big, dead on its back. And I went, "Oh, so this is New York. Oh,
Yeah.
exciting, exciting." I played the Bushes. Well, Irv got into a cab because Ruby tells the story. Irv got into a cab and he goes, "Hey, Ruby, I'm going to go see this woman from San Francisco who's supposed to be very famous and very good. So get in, come on, go with me." So they both went and they met me afterwards. And Irv said, "I just got this club. I was an art teacher in Cincinnati, and I just bought this club, my lover and I, and we're going to open. It's called the Duplex, and we'd like you to come and work there. And so the next time you're in New York, please come." And I went, "Okay, give me your phone number. I'll call you when I come." So then the rest was history,
And the rest was history. And those were some halcyon days and nights. I mean, they went on. It was 24/7, and you were part of that whole scene. And then you also performed it when they opened 88s. You were at 88s, and Don't Tell Mama, and all of these places that 88s is no longer with us. But thank you, because you definitely laid the groundwork for what we still have, and what hopefully we are going to see more of, because there aren't as many clubs now as there were. And so that's one of the goals, is to get that. Of course, there are new places that are opening. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is, my crew of people that work at Ellen Stardust Diner. We didn't get to do it this year, but next year when you're coming to New York, which I know it may even be in the fall, I'm sorry, in the spring, because you may come for the Mac Awards. You usually come around for the Mac Awards.
Well, I was one of the first people to get a Mac
I know
Award.
you are.
Yeah.
I know you are. They were different. They were smaller. They were little. What did they give you? A button?
Little pendant. It was a little pendant, smaller than a postage stamp. It was, and I wore it on a chain. It was a lot easier to dust, I'll tell you.
Yes, I'm sure. And when you come, I want to make sure that I can get you to come to Ellen Stardust and do like 2 hours with my staff there, to come to get together, and you'll be paid, because we pay everybody. There's a new thing in show business, by the way, and that is that I want everybody to listen to this. People that perform should be paid. This whole concept of, we have a barn, let's put on a show. How much time can I give you and not be paid, is no longer, everybody has to be. So we'll figure that out, but I can't wait, because I know that those youngins, as they are, and they're in their 20s, 30s, are going to get a lot of life experience transferred to them by just talking with you and watching you. And we'll bring, now, who are you? I saw you at Mama's, and who was behind you? Who was your accompanist? I know who it was, but I want you to.
Ian Herman.
Yeah, Ian Herman, and he's a classic.
He certainly is.
And he's been around, and you've played with a lot of, I mean, over the years.
Jim Bob, James Followell was my accompanist, and then Richard Weinstock, who was great. Richard was a great guy. Unfortunately, he passed away a long time ago.
Right.
Lived in Providence. He had a club in Provincetown. He finally decided to move to Provincetown, so we played Rick's. But
yeah, and of course Provincetown. That's a whole other. Listen, you laid some of the early the things that are in place in Provincetown. You were in that original, maybe not the original, I mean, but certainly that new wave of people that opened up and really created magic in Provincetown.
Yeah, it was 1980, as a matter of fact.
Yep. And I know, for instance, one of the people, and I don't have it. I should have my name. You know, I'm getting older too, but it used to come out with the frame as Mona Lisa.
Michael Greer.
What an amazing performer he was. And he used to stop into Waverly with the frame and go into character first. You don't find that as much in the clubs anymore now. You know, so I don't know. I'd like to see some of that coming back. People used to travel in and stop in and promote their shows and that kind of thing. So,
well, here's the thing, but with Michael's thing, you have to work. A lot of people think that they can just get off the bus with 12 songs and be a star.
Right.
Or they've been on Broadway and they think they know what cabaret is. And they don't, because they can't be themselves. They've been a character for so long, you know? That's just
and that's what cabaret gives you, is being able to be in front of a live audience too. So you kind of confine yourself.
Yeah.
By seeing, you know, you throw it out there and you'll know.
You're exposed. You're exposed. Oh, yeah. There's no fourth wall, you know?
Yeah.
It's the most personal storytelling. I mean, and that's what obviously makes it so.
The one thing I like most about it is that it is that. And I've been surprised over the years by stuff that I've seen, and then pleasantly surprised by a lot of other things. And Sharon, you've always been a highlight. When you come to New York, I try not to miss you. And that includes, we had a lovely lunch about, now that's going back about right after the pandemic. You know, boy, that little thing that got thrown in the middle of everything, huh? I know.
Well, if we'd had some people in the higher authority that took the bull by the horns in the beginning, we wouldn't have had the problem we have.
I agree with you.
100%.
And unfortunately, we still have, you know, the bull's still not, the people that are holding that bull are the wrong people, and they're holding it from the wrong end.
Yeah.
But you know, we try not to get too political. But we had Natalie Douglas on a little while ago, and you know, again, the most important thing that we can all do is to vote. That's the most important, because then we're going to find out what the consensus is, and then we know whether we stay here or we leave or what happens. You know, it's all it is majority rule, except that you don't know who the majority is and when the rules are being bent.
Majority rules with redistricting.
Right.
And Sharon's
watching vote it. And gather. You know, when it's not time to vote, gathering to discuss and gathering to enjoy each other. Yes. And that's so. I hope there'll be that can help the reemergence and a new phase for cabaret. You know, the youngins would call it, you know, the analog experience. It's like, well, that's what this is all about. So just keep cranking it out and keep promoting it, and they will come.
The thing that we don't have a lot of right now that we really could probably use more of, and that's something that happened in the past, and that is that cabaret was political. There were some, not all shows, but shows that were just specifically political, and people like Mort Saul, and I mean, you can go back. There was a bunch of artists that used the cabaret rooms and that would perform, and they would speak to people, and they would, you know, share thoughts and educate people. And Sharon's, she's got it. I mean, she knows what's going on.
She knows the score.
I've backed a few causes in my day.
I know you have, and including in San Francisco, there are stories of I know that you were involved in a lot of the stuff that was happening there, you know, in those years when there was more turbulence, and You got up on a, I think you got up on a lamppost. Did you get up on a lamppost once because you couldn't find a stage?
No, it was actually, it's a newsstand on the corner of 18th and Castro. They boosted me up. It was the Briggs Initiative was defeated. That was going to make teachers register when they were homosexual. And we had all gone out to dinner where I worked at the gay restaurant. We went into the Castro and had dinner, and a bunch of guys there. Everybody came out in the streets, and they were just milling around. And I was frightened that the band came down. John Sims who started the gay band, came down with the band. They marched in, and then they dispersed. I said, "John, stay and play some music." And he went, "No, I can't. We have to get out of here. Where the police are over there." I went, "Oh God, the police." So I said, "We've got to get something doing with all these guys that just came out of the bars." So I had the guys boost me up onto the newsstand on the corner, and I stood on the corner and I started to say, "Let's start singing." And so we sang, "Oh, beautiful America." I mean, "Oh, say, can you see the national anthem?" I sang every patriotic song I could think, and they all sang with me. And so all of a sudden we were united as a crowd, and the police just got back, because they were frightened that something was going to happen. And some kid got up and took an American flag, and he climbed up on top of the newsstand with me. And so we, then I had to get down. Oh God!
But you reclaim. Listen, that's called you reclaimed that music and made it a part of. It's like, and those are our songs. Those belong to America and to what we. And one of the ones, by the way, now, I mean, I don't like hearing people sing solos of any Over the Rainbow. I've heard, and in the old days, by the way, people like Jan Wallman, she would say, "Oh, don't sing that. That's Judy's song." Now, of course, we know that everybody sang it, but I don't like hearing it solo. But when you hear it sung by a big group of people, it is an anthem for where we are today. So that's, Sharon, thank you, because you climbed up there, and the visual of you climbing down, I have now. I wish there was more cameras in those days, but maybe not. I don't know. So.
Yeah, it was an interesting time. Actually, see, I never sang Over the Rainbow. I just did the Munchkin scene,
Yes, you did.
From the movie.
Yes, you did. I remember that. I do remember seeing that on numerous. So listen, we've had a blast seeing you, and thank you. And everybody out there, keep an eye. The next time you want to know, Sharon's going to keep us in the loop. So NiteLife Exchange is going to let everybody know when she's coming back. But if you're in anywhere else and you see her name on a bill, whether it be in Palm Springs or in Southern California or whatever, get your tail there, because you're going to see an amazing, incredible performer who is going to touch your heart and stimulate your brain.
The real deal.
Okay, the check's in the mail, boys.
Stimulated brain. All right, Sharon.
Thanks.
Enjoy. Thank you. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I'm going to go to bed now.
There you go.
All right. Well, have a good sleep.
Thank you very much.
We can't wait to see you.
Trouble.
Yep. You too. We'll try.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.